Hey everyone! Welcome back to the Practical English Podcast. Before we start, just a quick reminder, if you enjoy listening to us, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share this podcast with your friends. It really helps us out.
Yes, absolutely. And we really appreciate everyone who's been listening so far. Your support means the world to us.
All right. Today's topic is one I think a lot of learners care about: how to improve your listening skill in English.
Yes. Listening. Honestly, I think listening is probably the hardest skill to master in any language. Reading, you can take your time. Writing, you can think before you put words on the page. Speaking is hard, but at least you can control the pace. Listening, you don't control it. The other person talks as fast as they want, and you just have to keep up.
Exactly. And sometimes it feels like people are speaking at lightning speed. Even if you know the words, your ears just don't catch them.
I still remember when I was learning Spanish. I thought I was doing okay in class. Then I went to Spain for the first time, sat down at a cafe, and the waiter started speaking. I understood maybe 2 words.
Haha, yes! I've had the same experience with French. In school, I could read and write fine. But when real French people started talking to me, oh my goodness, it sounded like one long sound, no spaces, no breaks. I thought, what language is this?
Exactly. So today, let's just talk about it. Not like a lesson, but just share what worked for us, what didn't, and what we think helps people improve their listening in English.
Yes, and hopefully for all of you listening right now, you'll get some ideas and also feel comforted that you're not alone. Everyone struggles with listening at first.
So Anna, let me ask you first. Do you have any listening habits built into your daily routine?
Yes, actually. My mornings always start with coffee that's non-negotiable, and while I'm making coffee, I usually play something in English. Sometimes it's the news, sometimes a podcast, sometimes music. It's not like I sit down and study it. It's just background noise while I make breakfast.
Nice. Do you find it helps even if you're not fully paying attention?
Yes, I think just having the rhythm of the language in the background helps my ears get used to it. Like, even if I'm not catching every word, my brain is still kind of tuning in.
That makes sense. I do something similar. When I was learning French, I used to play French radio in the morning. At first, I didn't understand much. But after a few months, I started to catch little things, numbers, days, familiar phrases.
Yes, that's exactly it. The small wins build up.
What about music? Do you use songs to practice listening?
All the time. Music is fun because you can listen to the same song again and again without getting bored, and eventually the lyrics just stick.
True. I remember I learned so many English expressions from songs when I was younger. And even now, with other languages, songs are my favorite way to practice.
But you know what's funny? Sometimes you sing a song for years, and then one day you look up the lyrics and realize you've been singing the wrong words.
Oh, yes. I've done that so many times. Misheard lyrics. But that's part of the fun.
Exactly. And it shows how important listening is. Our ears don't always catch everything.
Let's be real for a second. Do you remember a time when your listening skills really failed you?
Oh, so many. One time in London, I went into a small cafe, and the woman at the counter asked me something. I swear I didn't understand a single word. Her accent was so strong. I just stood there smiling like an idiot.
Haha, I've been there. For me, it was in Mexico. I was trying to buy a bus ticket. The man at the counter asked me a question, and I completely froze. I didn't know if he was asking where I was going, what time, or how many tickets. I just panicked.
What did you do?
I pointed at the bus schedule and said the time I wanted. He laughed, but he understood.
That's the thing. Listening is tough, but usually people are kind and patient if you're trying.
Let's talk about TV shows and movies. Do you think they help with listening?
Absolutely. But it depends on how you use them. If you just watch passively, it's like entertainment, which is fine. But if you really focus, pause, rewind, try to catch the details, then it becomes practice.
Yeah. For me, sitcoms were the best. Short episodes, lots of everyday conversation, and funny. You get used to the characters' voices and catch more over time.
Same here. I watched Friends in English back in the day. At first, I used subtitles. Later, I turned them off. Slowly, I started to actually understand the jokes.
That's the best feeling when you laugh because you understood, not because you read the subtitles.
By the way, if you're listening right now and you've ever laughed at a joke in English without subtitles, give yourself a pat on the back. That's a big step.
Yes. And while you're at it, don't forget to subscribe and share this podcast. If you're working on your listening, we want to be part of that journey.
You know what I've learned about listening? Patience is everything. At first, it feels impossible, but slowly, day by day, it really does get easier.
Yes. I think people give up too quickly. They listen for 10 minutes, understand nothing, and feel discouraged. But it's like going to the gym. You don't get muscles after one workout.
Exactly. Consistency beats intensity. A little listening every day is better than 3 hours once a month.
Do you have a funny listening mistake story?
Yes, in Paris, a man asked me something on the metro. I thought he asked for the time, so I said, "It's 3 o'clock." But actually, he had asked if the seat was free. He looked so confused.
Haha, that's great. I once nodded yes to something in Spanish because I didn't understand. Turns out, the waiter had asked if I wanted a super spicy salsa. I almost died eating it.
Oh no, but hey, you learned the hard way.
Now, we live in a time where there are so many tools for listening podcasts, audiobooks, apps. Do you use any of them?
Definitely. I love audiobooks. You can listen while walking, cooking, or cleaning. And with apps, you can even slow down the speed.
Yes. I do that too. Sometimes I slow down a podcast, then later I listen again at normal speed.
It's like training wheels on a bike. You use them until you don't need them anymore.
I also think confidence matters. Sometimes we panic when we don't understand every single word. But really, you only need the main idea.
Exactly. Native speakers don't listen to every word either. We catch the important ones and fill in the rest.
Yes, that's so true.
And if you're still listening to us now, thank you. You're already practicing your listening skill just by being here.
That's right. So don't forget to like this podcast. Every like tells us you want more long, natural conversations like this.
So, to sum up, listening is tough, but not impossible. You need patience, daily habits, and a little bit of fun.
Yes. Music, movies, podcasts, conversations, mix them all together. Over time, your ears adjust.
And don't be afraid of mistakes. Even we make listening mistakes in other languages. It's part of the journey.
Exactly. So keep going, keep listening, and remember you're improving more than you think.
All right, that's it for today.
Thank you so much for joining us. And once again, don't forget to subscribe, share, and like.
See you next time.